Hello friends and welcome to the series Decoding Sustainable Wellness Secrets. This is chapter number 7. If you haven't already watched the video number 0, that is Foundation Day video, which talk about what is sustainable wellness, go back to that video, watch it, because it has given entire framework. It has defined what sustainable wellness and holistic wellness is all about, and what this series day by day is covering. Some basic, simple, very easy, effortless habits which you can incorporate in your life one by one, slowly, daily, and it will become a sustainable part of your lifestyle. And follow the series chronologically. Today is day number 7 and we will be talking about mindfulness. So what is mindfulness? We all might be knowing it. Mindfulness is actually the knowledge of our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, and how we are operating through them inside, and as well as how we are operating and utilizing them in our outside world. Since we are talking about sustainable wellness, therefore I'll be talking about mindfulness in eating habits and in sleeping habits. Mindfulness is not just restricted to eating and sleeping, but I will cover eating and sleeping only here. Number 1, we'll talk about eating. In eating, A, eat peacefully. And how you can eat peacefully? By just praying before you start your meal. If you do not believe in God, you can just simply express thankfulness to the farmers, to the planet, to all the resources through which this food has reached your plate, and it is nourishing your body and giving you energy. So you can be just thankful. It will immediately calm your mind, and with a calm and peaceful mind, when you eat, it will better suit your body. And if you believe in God, Almighty, Universe, whoever it is, pray in your own way. If you already are practicing prayer, very good. If you are not, then pray in whatever way you can. For example, I thank you to the food, and I say that this food is nourishing my body, and I thanks to Almighty, I thanks to all the resources through which this food is coming. And whatever affirmation maybe you want to put in that food, at that time just close your eyes, put in that food just by praying inside your head, and then eat, because food and water are very powerful absorbers of energy. Number 2, eat with focus. Eat with concentration. Do not divert yourself while you're eating. You're watching some content, especially if that content is negative, please avoid it. If you are watching content and eating, you are not even aware of how much you are eating, how much quantity you are consuming. You are just consuming like a machine. You don't even feel the satiety. If you are having a working lunch or dinner, okay, at times it's alright, but don't make it a habit. And if it is very important to watch something, try to watch at least not negative and provoking and exciting and agitating kind of content. Try to watch something peaceful and then eat. C is eating with complete consciousness. Chew your food nicely, because they say half the digestion is done is in your mouth, and your saliva release enzymes like amylase, lipase, which helps in digestion. If you're not chewing it properly, you are actually pressurizing your gut, your stomach, to do the work which is supposed to be done by your mouth and saliva itself. So do a favor to yourself and chew your food consciously and properly. So D, eat local and seasonal food. Okay, because as per traditional sciences, classical sciences of Ayurveda, what is local, what is seasonal will best suit your body as per the nutrients which that particular plant or that particular fruit ingredient has assimilated through the land. It will also support the ecology and economy. It will support the farmers who are growing them. So eat seasonal, eat local. E, that is eat as per circadian rhythm. So here science and Ayurveda both have the similar take. Science call it circadian rhythm and Ayurveda call it the concept of kala. So both of that means eat as per the cycle of sun. So when sun is at peak, that is in the afternoon, at that time your digestion is also at the peak. So this is the best time if you want to indulge and relish in something, even if it's junk. Well, you should avoid junk on a daily basis, but if you want to relish on something, the best time to eat is afternoon, because at that time your digestion is at peak. Have a light breakfast, because that is not the right time to indulge in very heavy meals, because at that time your digestion is peaking as per the sun cycle, and then afternoon you can have a really heavy good meal, and evening, that is night time, try to have early and lightest meal. You can have something like khichdi. It is very good, very nourishing and very light food. I know you might think that, oh, khichdi is so boring, but there is a reason that our ancestors, our nani dadi, our parents have been giving khichdi to us. Our stomach is upset or when we are ill. If not, try to eat early and something light, and try to avoid in night cold and raw foods. With raw I mean salads, and cold means curd, something like that. Avoid fruits because they are very heavy on digestion. So already your digestion is at lowest and you are pressurizing it with these kind of foods. So avoid them and have early and light dinner. If you want to have some daily basis detoxification for you at the comfort of your home, and you cannot go and do those panchkarma and viryachana, those kind of treatments which have been suggested by classical text and Ayurveda, there are some simple methods through which you can do detoxification at your home. This oil pulling, or there is one more interesting method called Kunjan Kriya. Kunjan Kriya is usually recommended not to do often and daily, maybe once in a week. Oil pulling you can do daily. What I do is I do oil pulling once in a 3-4 days. Oil pulling, you have to just take an edible oil, cold pressed edible oil. You have to fill 20 ml in your mouth and you have to squish around for at least 10 minutes or maybe 20 minutes if you can. By that time you can do your morning activities and you can keep squishing around in your mouth. You try to throw it in some safe place, not in your sink, because it will stay in your sink and the oil would have turned completely milky by that time. The concept is oil or lipids attract lipidy substances, so all the lipidy kind of waste material in your body will get attracted. That oil you can spit it out, and that is how you'll have a good kind of detoxification. Number 2, that is sleeping. So the point number A in sleeping is try to set a temperature inside your room, or try to keep your room temperature a little bit cool, because it induces a good sleep. Make yourself cozy and then sleep. It doesn't mean cool means you have set your temperature at 15 or 16 degree or 18 degree Celsius. It simply means the temperature you are comfortable, just a little bit lower temperature than that will help you induce a good and better sleep. Number 2, dimmer the light. Try to switch or replace the light, white lights with red lights if you can, and if not, then white lights with yellow lights at least 2 hours before the time you are going to hit the bed, because white light is stimulating and yellow or red light is calming. Avoid blue lights. Then point number 3 is gadgets. Try to switch off all the gadgets at least 1 hour before the bed. Try not to expose yourself with electronic gadgets. You might have already heard that advice everywhere, but I'm telling you again when I'm talking about mindful sleeping, because it induces better sleep. The blue light coming from the mobile stimulates and excites your mind, and the melatonin release it suppressed, and your cortisol levels again boost up. If you have to do it, try to watch any calming content. Do not watch very fearful, negative, violent and depressing content just before sleeping, because how you sleep is how you start your day next day, and your subconscious mind actually absorbs everything just before sleeping what you are doing. So try to have mindful, nourishing, high energy content, calming content before you sleep. If you can read good books, read mindful, read calming, uplifting book. If I generally read, or I watch the podcast of Ranveer, Allahbadia, that is BeerBiceps, who doesn't know that man, or maybe Mr. Gadhvi. These people interviewing some successful people and talking about some motivational content, some uplifting, some empowering content. Try to watch such kind of thing before sleeping instead of something which excites your mind, especially violent stuff. I know in today's world violent and these kind of antagonistic stuff is very attractive, spicy, and we am no different. I also get excited and attracted to such content, but at least now first change I have brought in my life was I stopped watching this negative content at least just before sleeping, and the first hour when I start my morning. So how to start your morning, that I have talked in length in my series Becoming Unstoppable. And in this series on chapter number 2, how you can start your day with meditation, go back and watch those series. It will help you a lot. I forgot the count of the point. The next point is, if your day is very hectic and you are not able to sleep much, you are not able to dedicate much time to sleeping, your sleeping hours have been reduced and you sleep deprived, then what you can do is very interesting practice, that is Yog Nidra. You can search in YouTube nice music for Yog Nidra or Yog Nidra meditation. Yog Nidra is squeezing the time of sleeping, and in just maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, you can have a very deep relaxing sleep which will give you a relaxation of worth 5 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep. So when you are in a busy day, in a rushy day, and you don't have time, you can perform Yog Nidra. So these were the points of mindfulness in terms of eating and sleeping. Practice them regularly. These are very little changes. Bring them in your life and you'll see massive improvements. I have seen in mine, and I'm not telling you anything which I haven't practiced myself. This was the final chapter of Coding Sustainable Wellness series, and see you in another series very soon, coming up to your health, to our health, and to the health of planet. My name is Batul, and thank you so much for watching.